Hey, what do you know? It's virtual happy hour. We are live. Welcome back, everybody. This happens every single Thursday, 4 p.m. Central. We've got cocktails with Barkeep. Great guests today. We've got St. Louis band River Kittens. They're going to play some songs. Our friend Tom Halaska from Wellbeing Brewing is going to stop by for an interview. We've got a special cocktail from Till Vodka, again from our friends at Barkeep. They'll be mixing that up. We'll be doing 2 of those today. Real quick, if you're 21, skedaddle after you hit share for all your older relatives to enjoy this. Make sure that you definitely don't drink if you're under 21. So that's what I have to say. My name's Chris Denman. This show is We Are Live, and it's a virtual happy hour. If you haven't yet, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff at We Are Live Radio. Our friends at Barkeep also join us. We'll say hello to them now. Pat Gioia, you know him. He's
hello.
A self-admitted weird guy. Matt Longaville. Longaville joining too. We're very excited to see him. And I was telling them earlier, we look like 3 uncles that just got Easter plans dumped on us, and they said, "Figure it out." So we're going to work that out. No regularly scheduled Easter this year. Maybe we'll discuss some of that during the show today. We'll start with Pat. How are you, sir? Good to see you.
Good to go today. How are you doing, bud?
Better now, man. I was made fun of for wearing a jacket despite the impending freeze coming to St. Louis, but I'm feeling good about my shirt choice, and we're going to move forward nobly. How about Barkeep's proprietor, Matt Longaville? How are you, sir?
We're good. I guess the St. Louis weather didn't get the quarantine memo to stay at home. It's all in full force. 90 degrees yesterday, 32 tonight.
Pat, now I know he's your boss, but when do you think Matt wrote that? Like 3 hours ago, a week ago? When was that?
He's been working on that material for 2 years.
He has. He's like, this is my moment. I'm pumped today. I like the cocktails you guys have planned. We've got another great St. Louis person joining us in Tom Halaska. He's got Wellbeing Brewing. That guy stays busy. Look at that, coffee cream brew. And then obviously the Till Vodka cocktail plus another cocktail. So we're going to have a great virtual happy hour. Cheers to everybody that's tuning in. If you haven't hit share yet, invite your friends. Again, we do this each and every week, and we want to thank you for tuning in on this. Before we talk to our friend Tom, I believe, Pat, you get the honors today. Are we kicking off with yours first?
Sounded like we were. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Real quick, favorite Easter candy growing up?
Cadbury cream egg all day.
Whoa.
All day.
Had that chambered.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not even going to think. It's the Cadbury cream egg.
Let us know in the comments your favorite Easter candy. Is it weird if mine were the like little chocolate marshmallow bunnies? Or is that kind of a lame one? Let them get a little bit stale? Okay.
See, I don't understand people wanting those to get stale, but it's a great candy nonetheless.
Okay. All right. As long as you support me.
I do.
So, Pat, you're a very skilled bartender and former doorman, and you carry that demeanor with you each and every virtual happy hour. What cocktail will you be bringing us? Is that rude?
No, absolutely not. I appreciate it.
You're like, yeah, show me your ID and I'll tell you about it.
Yeah. So today I actually got a little adventurous today, and it was one of those where I was standing out in the backyard this morning, and I realized my whole backyard was covered in like the little common violets. So I actually went ahead and infused the vodka itself with the little violets, and then kind of built a cocktail around that. So yeah, it was a pretty cool little concept. I don't know. I was pretty thrilled with it the way it came out and everything today.
Well, we're going to see that in just a second. Our second cocktail will be a Knob Creek cocktail. So we've got a little bit of everything. We have a non-alcoholic brew sandwiched in between a vodka drink and a whiskey drink. I think, or bourbon, I guess I should say. I think our friends in Chumbawamba would be proud. You can take your share back in the comments if I've offended you with my humor.
Afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Quarantine Cocktails Thunderdome Edition with myself, Pat, and Matt from Barkeep. We've got a couple of things going today. I'm still in the vein of trying to do things we can find around the house, so I got a little more adventurous this week. And we did an infusion with some common violets that I found all over my backyard. Chances are you have these growing all over the place too. They're the little bluish purple flowers that are growing in your backyard. I recommend if you're going to pick flowers out of your yard and everything like that, make sure you check and see what you're grabbing and everything like that. These are actually widely known as a medicinal plant, help with like colds and stuff like that. Good for allergy season right now. But what I did is I made a vodka infusion with the Till vodka today. So I used my little French press and infused up some vodka for the last, I don't know, about 6 hours. Picked them early this morning. But from there, we're gonna make 2 cocktails here. First, we're gonna put in 2 ounces of our vodka. Then we're gonna do an ounce of Saint Germain elderflower liqueur. Now, if you don't have this at home, it'll still be tasty without it. You can use things like elderflower teas and stuff to get the same kind of flavor out of it. From there, we're gonna do an ounce of the turbinado simple syrup. You can just use regular sugar too if you want to. Simple syrup, just to give you a quick rundown, is very simple to make, which is why it's simple. It is basically half and half sugar to water. Use the hot water to dissolve the sugar in and just kind of stir it up. Once it gets clear, you've made simple syrup. From there, we've got 2 ounces of grapefruit juice. I like this Simply Grapefruit stuff, so I didn't have to go get whole grapefruits, and I drink grapefruit juice in the morning anyway. All right. So from there, we're going to squeeze in, for 2 cocktails, 1/2 a lemon as well. So this will be roughly, probably 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice. Hard to say exactly for sure, but half a lemon should do the job. After that, we'll go ahead and shake this bad boy down. So once again, I'm here by myself, so I'm using my hands to make my drinks. Just the way it is on that end of things. So, biggity bam, shaky shaky. Open. All right, so after that, we just put a little ice in the glass. Like so. We get our little strainer out. Look at that color. Look how pretty that is. Oh yeah, look at that guy. So like I said, we've got 2 cocktails worth of drink there. You want to drink 2? Drink 2. You want to share it with a friend, housemate, lover, whatever, get it in there. From there, I got a couple of little flowers I'm going to kind of jazz it up with. All right. And like I said, I picked these in my yard this morning at about 7:30 a.m. From there, we're just going to get a little lemon twist in there. And voila, nice little spring, sun's out, guns out drink. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. All right, thank you again, guys. Let me bring this in so you can actually see it a little bit. So look at all that nice color we got. We got the flower, our twist. Oh yeah. Hey, thanks again. See you guys next week. Appreciate the love. Bye.
Pat Joya on the drink with the Till vodka. Refreshing, sir. My goodness.
I do what I can.
I don't know what was more clear, the vodka or those arms, baby. What's happening?
I'm slowly devolving through the Mad Max scale, so I think like next week I'll end up looking like Lord Humongous, and we'll see how it goes from there.
Matt, are you now looking into separate uniforms for your employees?
Yeah, you read my mind.
You know, my arms don't look as good as Pat's, so I might need to be a little bit more strict just to keep him reined in, so I don't get embarrassed. But I have one question. Is that a bullet in the side of that glass?
It is a bullet in the side of that glass. It's a hand-blown rocks glass I got as a Christmas present that has different like calibers of bullets blown into the sides of them.
Yeah, nothing says violet vodka spring cocktail more than a bullet.
You're the one with all the fancy cocktail glasses. I got to work with what I have in the cabinet, man.
I love it, dude. It completes the look for sure.
It scares away the virus from your glass.
Clearly.
Yes.
Protecting, definitely. So one more time on the, let's do a quick rundown. We just made a vodka-based, Till vodka-based cocktail. Pat, one more time real quick with some ingredients, sir.
All right, so it is the Till vodka. So we did 2 ounces of the Till vodka, and that was an infusion with those common violets. So we had to let that sit for a few hours. We did 1 ounce of the Saint Germain, 1 ounce of that Turbinado simple syrup, 2 ounces of the grapefruit juice, and then shook that all down, and then just strained off real straightforward from there.
Looked great. You looked great. Your performance is enhancing each and every week here on Virtual Happy Hour.
I gotta keep it spicy.
You do. Here I am wearing the same shirt I wore like 2 weeks ago, and you've got scarves and no sleeves and a hat. Like, I got to step up. So
you lose a lot of heat in the neck.
I wanted, I wanted to get that clear. Another part of our show, our buddy Matt from Media Outlaws. He's the producer on this. That's Matt McElrath. Matt McElrath, how are you, sir?
I'm great. How are you?
Great. How are the people in the comments? And shout out to Melina. She's sharing, and she's our intern. She's helping out. But Matt, what do we have going on in the comments? Let's go ahead and interact with the lovely folks watching.
Well, first of all, Samantha Lee would like to know where we can get a link to buy those fabulous overalls.
Those aren't overalls. It's an apron I have.
Aha.
Yeah, it's a bar apron.
Melina says that drink is so cute.
And she can watch it from afar. That's right.
Yes.
No partaking.
And then Robin says, love the idea of using the little violets. I have no shortage of those in the backyard.
Nice.
I'm glad you said you gave the disclaimer. I immediately thought of Into the Wild. I was like, we don't want that situation to happen where you're just like you die for no reason because you didn't bring a book to see which flowers you should eat and not.
I definitely made sure that I was using the proper plant. I went over it. I even called a botanist friend of mine just to double check, and was like, I'm not going to kill myself when I drink this, right? So
our first botanist mention on Virtual Happy Hour. Here we are live. Melina correcting me, saying she's a student partner, which, man, I blew that when I said that was lame. She's an intern. We'll just say that.
I would like to point out Roy Hansen saying, Chris Denman gave Pissing the Night Away a whole new reference.
Thanks, Roy. Appreciate that. Real quick, we have guests each and every week. I don't know if our guest is queued up, McElrath, but
he is.
I do see our friend Matt Longville. What are you sipping on there, pal?
I'm drinking on a Well-Being coffee cream brew. So this is an NA coffee cream stout from Well-Being Brewery here. It's my afternoon caffeine. It's got about half as much caffeine as a cup of coffee. It's delicious. Normally sip one about 3:30, 4 o'clock during this quarantine. They are tasty for sure.
Do they pair with a snack at all?
Oh, they do. So we have some pretzel bites from my friends Jamie and Tim that own Pretzel Boys. They're doing curbside and carry out orders. You call, and then they carry out. And then they're also doing different delivery specials that you can find on Instagram and Facebook each week.
Absolutely. We love highlighting the restaurants that are fighting through this, trying to stay open with curbside and everything else. So give Pretzel Boys some love. And oh my goodness, see, I'm jealous. I've been the one collecting the happy hour snacks every week. Matt, he's ahead of the game. Pretzel Boys dropped it off for him. So big shout out to Pretzel Boys, and be sure to patronize them, guys, as we try and push through here in St. Louis locally. Real quick, Ron says the pretzel with salami at Pretzel Boys are amazing. So there you go.
Joy is salami.
That's a fun last name.
Yeah.
Okay, so we were just talking about the brew that our guy Longville's drinking here, and let's go ahead and bring in our first guest, St. Louis owner of Well-Being Brewing, I guess you say founder as well, Tom Halaska. What's up, Tom? How are you, sir? Oh, he's Okay. This is what we call a technical difficulty.
It looks like his internet connection has gotten bad, according to the call log here.
Yeah,
Hold
you
on.
know, the producer, let's go ahead and blame the producer, actually, not the
thanks.
internet that's being swamped by new things day after day. We'll get to Tom Halaska in just a second. We'll get back to Matt and Pat maybe while we get him figured out. I love this. These are the best times whenever you kind of start seeing like even a giant, massive internet provider is going to have these hiccups here and there. So I guess I'm stuck talking to you guys for a couple seconds. Easter, typically for you two, you're St. Louisans. I don't know if you guys make a big deal out of it. Personally, I want to get out of the way. It's one of the holidays that if you don't go, you get yelled at. Like this isn't Arbor Day in my family. This is Easter. You better be there. So this is a weird one this year. No deviled eggs. No, we kind of overdo it too. We got like steaks and pork steaks and all that stuff. It's a good time. So I'm kind of down about that, man. Do you guys ever do anything for Easter, or do you have any special quarantine Easter plans?
Matt, what do you do, buddy? I mean, I can go into mine for days, it feels like, but.
So it's my wife's favorite holiday. So we're gonna have a extra special Easter this year. Started brining a ham last night, first time. Got it delivered from a farm in Southern Illinois, so we're pumped about that. I don't have to share deviled eggs with anyone this year, so I hope to eat about 2 dozen. Yeah, so we're gonna have a big old day.
I'm down with that.
I need to share with my friends. Already offered it up to Pat and Chris.
And any listeners in the comments, comment if you would like Matt to deliver a slice of ham to your place in the general city of St. Louis area. We were saying this is kind of a fresh ingredients kind of day. We had the fresh ingredients for the Till vodka. I know they've worked with some local farms and things like that before. That's a huge part of the Easter thing too, man. If you can get, I hope somehow that some of these farms that are off in a distance, that are local, that can still provide some food, in a weird way, I hope that they can kind of find a way to shine during this, right? Like maybe they're ideal.
So there's 2 services I would recommend. One, the Tower Grove Farmers Market has started doing delivery. We do the Tower Grove Farmers Market Bloody Mary, which we make our mix with tomatoes from our neighbor's farm. We now have that jarred. So we sold out of them this week, but you can order our Bloody Mary kit through the Tower Grove Farmers Market, which features Till vodka. They're our farmers market partners. And then there's also a company called Double Star Farms, which is this large network of farms in Southern Illinois, and they deliver to St. Louis Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. And they are doing, they normally were restaurants, but they are now doing home deliveries. So we get deliveries to our house. We got one yesterday. They delivered to my garage. So that's doublestarfarms.com. Great local farms, good people, great company to support.
Are there rural teenagers throwing parties in the fields at those farms?
Not at those farms.
So I grew up in Farmington, Missouri. You guys ready for this? It was Easter weekend. I would have probably been a junior, and our idiot selves would find fields, or somebody's parents didn't know or something. And I'm not recommending this if you're under 21. And who said there was drinking there? I don't know. So we're there. We're at a field party. Things are, it's daytime. It's Good Friday. We're off school. There's a bunch of Catholic kids there. So we're like grilling up shrimp and fish and all this stuff. There's literally trucks driving through ponds, mudding. And not kidding you, a helicopter landed at the party. It turns out this is a rich guy flying from somewhere to Springfield, Missouri. He's like seeing nothing, and then all of a sudden he sees hundreds of people and giant trucks driving around. This dude landed his helicopter like it couldn't have, like if they wrote that into Almost Famous, you'd be like, all right, guys, that's a little too much. Literally a helicopter landed at a Farmington, Missouri field party on Easter weekend. So memories indeed, huh? What do you think?
That might be the most Missouri thing I have ever heard in my life. like helicopter, mudding, farm party. Like you just nailed it all, man.
I literally remember bringing shrimp to. I didn't even drink, and I was like, I brought shrimp. I'm like, yeah, I'll grill shrimp. that'll be my contribution. Somebody, all I could hear in the background was nerd. So yeah, I'm glad that we made it out of that. We do have our guest on board. He's the owner of Wellbeing, or founder. We'll see. We'll get the exact credit to that. Matt knows him. Pat knows him. You all know him. He's a staple here in the St. Louis beverage community. Tom Halaska joins We Are Live's virtual happy hour. Tom, good to see you, sir. I like the stash.
It was working and then
Oh, there we go. This is what happens. It's okay. Look, I think he's just messing with us. This is an Eric Andre situation where this is performance art. He's working with us. He's trying to make us think that he's not there. He's just very still, and he's very calm. What do you think the internet situation is in the Shaw neighborhood?
You would think it's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume they have, I think they're running Google Fiber over there even now.
What a neighborhood add-on here. I will shout out some folks in the comments. Logan says, what up from Chicago? What's up, Logan? And Renee is not surprised that the helicopter landed in the middle of a field party in Farmington, Missouri. And that would have been 2000 or 2001. I want to see the flight logs from that day. I want it to be provable.
Logan Dillard, by chance, from Chicago?
It is. Absolutely.
I went to preschool with him. He's been a very good friend for over 30 years. So thanks for tuning in, Logan. Hope you and your family are doing good up there.
Logan, my DMs are open. Feel free to tell me anything embarrassing you would like to see said on this show about Matt. We can make that happen. Couple more. We have somebody from Portland watching. Michelle from Portland. I love
What up, Shelly?
I love all the comments and everything else. Okay, so we're going to go to Tom Halaska live from his dial-up modem. Wellbeing Brewing's founder. There he is. Tom.
Hello, everybody.
What's snacking in? What do you have in there, pal?
This is a frozen custard made, I don't know if you can see that, probably not. Frozen custard made with our Hellraiser. Somebody just dropped it off at my front door like an hour ago.
Look at you. Can I get some of that left out on your front porch?
Yeah, and like a styrofoam container and like a handwritten list how they made it. It was absolutely amazing.
That's fantastic. Tom, you're our guest today. You're very beloved throughout the beverage community in St. Louis. You own Wellbeing Brewing, I'm correct? Or you founded it? How's this work? What's the legality?
I'm the brand alchemist for Wellbeing Brewing.
Well, you rep it so well, I'm sure plenty of people are like, oh, it's Tom, it's his thing. So you're out pushing well-being, and it's a unique concept. Can you just give us the elevator pitch real quick?
Sure. So we were one of the first craft non-alcoholic brew companies in the United States. We fully brew our beer. We use a still that we're able to remove the alcohol at about room temperature. So the structure of the beer stays intact, comes out as beer. And we've been around for about 2 years. We've got an electrolyte beer. We've got a coffee stout, a dark amber, a new IPA. So we're rocking and rolling right now.
I think that's fantastic. I think it fits the kind of the self-made feeling of St. Louis and probably yourself as well. Does this have personal attachment to you? I mean, it feels like it's something you live and breathe.
Yeah, sure. I mean, that I very publicly got sober like the week I met these guys. Like right before I met them, I decided that I'd had enough of drinking and that I was going to start this new path. And I had no idea what that path looked like because I've been in the bar and restaurant business for 2 decades. And, I didn't know what else I would do. And I met Jeff and Genevieve from Wellbeing and heard about their product and fell in love with it. And, like you said, took ownership of it as far as it being a brand that I truly believe in. I think it's pretty great.
No, it certainly is. And you can just see with the coverage that you're everywhere, it feels like. I get to go out a little bit here and there, and then grocery stores, everything else. As far as just being part of, I guess, St. Louis beverage community or just the community at large, have you feel like this has opened some doors? Like, has it let you meet some people maybe you wouldn't have had conversations with? And it feels like you also do a good job of, there's no stigma attached to it. It's just like, hey, you're at the bar, whether you are sober or you just want something that tastes good, you can kind of work your way into it. And this isn't an infomercial, people. Make sure of that. I do respect Tom, and a lot of people around town feel the same. So I think it's really interesting because it's a very unique product, and you rep it well.
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, the whole idea is I'm going to be able to come hang out with you guys for a happy hour and have my treat. I mean, really what it comes down to is that after your work day, you want to take a break, decompress from work, enjoy something. And I think that that's exactly where well-being fits in. You know, like you said, I'm sandwiched in between a cocktail and a cocktail. So if you have a cocktail, then you have one of my beers, then you have a cocktail, then you have one of my beers, then you're balancing the way that you're consuming alcohol. And I think that that's fantastic.
What's been the most surprising thing in the push over the last couple of years, and with the drink or yourself or just maybe St. Louis as a community? And I know you're other places besides St. Louis, but this is obvious.
Yeah, we have distribution in 26 states right now, which is crazy. So it's taken me all over the country. I've met so many people, done so many great things. The biggest thing was when we first started, the question was, why would you take the alcohol out of beer? We might even be seeing that in the comments right now where people are like, why would you do that? Well, beer wouldn't taste like beer if people didn't like the taste of beer. People want that delicious IPA, that citrus wheat, they want to have their treat. So it's been pretty exciting seeing them go from why would you do that to, oh my God, this stuff is amazing. Way more people know about our brand now than 2 years ago, for sure, when we were introducing craft non-alcoholic beer to the country. So it's been real exciting.
I could see somebody who gets sober that still likes to go out or still, likes to have sip. I could see someone feeling isolated or not part of the cool kids club, whether it be the brand itself or yourself. Do you have any kind of advice for people that are going to want to drink an NA beer and still hang out places, whether it be philosophical or just from your experience?
We sell more beer to people who drink alcohol than we sell to people who don't, just by sheer numbers. So it's able to be used in your session if you drink or if you don't drink. And if you have a buddy who doesn't drink or you don't drink yourself, there's no reason why all of us can't hang out and do what we're doing right now, right? We're hanging out. I'm relaxing. I got some incense going. I'm eating ice cream. I'm playing music. I'm chilling out. All those things don't revolve around alcohol, right? It just so happens that we're used to having alcohol around. Have alcohol around, have my product around, enjoy them both, do what you want.
What's the toughest part about pushing a new product?
I don't know. I mean, it is, as you're building a brand, as we've done with Wellbeing, we're also building a category. So the trick has been kind of building both at the same time, I guess would be the hardest part, but also that's kind of the fun part.
Right. I'm guessing you're somebody who kind of see a challenge. You're like, well, maybe I'll go climb that mountain.
Yeah, right. I've been pushing bourbon for the past 20 years, and all of a sudden I'm like, yeah, cool. Now non-alcoholic beer, check it out. I didn't know how that was going to go, and it went really well, man. We're doing really, really great.
That's really good to hear too. And as far as, I guess, the amount of time and work and effort that it takes to, whether it's an existing product or something that you're pushing to grow in an area, how do people, I guess, support you the most? Like, is it about getting in a new place? Is it about just, hey, show us some love online? What's the best way to support well-being in your endeavors?
Today, in today's climate, like with what's going on right now?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, we've been able to be purchased online since day one. So you can go to www.wellbeingbrewing.com and ship our beer anywhere in the country. As far as support, try our product. You can get us on Instacart from Schnucks and Total Wine and, Friar Tuck's here in St. Louis, and there's plenty of places to get it across the country. So, give us a try if you like us. If you want to mix us into your session and have that treat, I suggest it. We have a Victory Citrus Wheat right here, and this one's been real important to us as of late. This beer has electrolytes in it. We worked with a company called Buoy Hydration to create a citrus wheat that has more electrolytes than Gatorade in it. So we've been donating supplies to hospitals, food drives, VA hospitals, nursing homes, using this product to help people hydrate. And I also got Buoy. This is the electrolyte stuff here. We've been passing out Buoy to the same places. This is, you squeeze it into any drink and it turns it into a Gatorade without the sugars, unless you put the sugar in. So that's been really great.
I think I'd like to see that. Somebody busts out the Buoy and then also just a sugar packet too. That would be interesting.
Right on. Well, you can put it in anything you want. Yeah. So those are two programs we've been working on. helping the essential workers and the medical professionals, keep hydrated, because it's important. Same thing. If everybody out there that's drinking right now, stay hydrated. One healthy way or one thing you can do that's super healthy is to be hydrated. So, as you're drinking alcohol, make sure you're drinking other stuff too. So like I'm also drinking this is brand new, man. This is like a national launch on your show here right now. This is the Wellbeing Brewing CBD watermelon lemongrass 10 milligram CBD sparkling water that will be launching here like now.
That's fantastic.
So you can pick it up at Fields Foods right now, Gazelle, and then we'll be online selling across the country here soon. And if you have a place where you like to buy stuff, you can tell them about it and they can buy it from us, and then you can buy it from them. So that's an easy way to support us.
That's super encouraging. Real quick, are you out physically making deliveries or stopping in at accounts? How is your life right now?
No, the only contact that I've had with anyone is I went and passed out a bunch of well-being in my neighborhood yesterday and dropped it on people's doorsteps that were going to come hang out tonight. So I've done that. And then as far as dropping to the hospitals or any of the locations for donations, I'm dropping stuff off at the sidewalk, getting back in my car, waiting for them to come out with the cart, waving at them and driving away. So I'm not going into stores. I'm not engaging with the public as far as it being, personal contact.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad to hear that. And I'm glad things are going so well for you. Real quick, anything else we need to know coming up in the future? You just dropped a brand new product. So thanks for doing that on the show. That's exciting.
Boom.
I'm a fan.
Yeah, right?
I'm a fan. I'm going to have to try that out. Anything that you would want to say to, I guess, St. Louis businesses pushing through right now? You're an upbeat guy. I think a lot of people appreciate what you do. Any words of encouragement for small businesses and just, I guess, all of us right now?
Wow, dude, that's like, you just dropped that on me. Like you expect me to give words of wisdom right now.
You're going to give me 3 paragraphs.
If I was to talk directly to the restaurants and bars in St. Louis, that my heart goes out to you guys. There'll be a time to get all this organized and figured out. And when it comes, I'll be there to help out, and we all will, because the restaurant bar community in St. Louis is a family. So, I'm waiting for that day for us all to start jumping on it and working together. But that time will be coming soon. So keep your head up.
Look at you. You delivered.
Yeah, see, that's what you asked for, right?
That's exactly what we were looking for. Can I get a close up on the stash before you head out?
Yeah. So my dad, in the 70s, this was his mustache. So it's a family mustache.
He left it to you, huh?
He sure did. Sure did.
That's fantastic.
All right. Yeah, you can buy Wellbeing just about anywhere beer is sold in St. Louis. You can ship it online. Try it out, see what you think. I thank you guys for having me here today. I'll be hanging out the rest of the day. River Kittens are coming up, right?
River Kittens are going to be on in just a bit. Thank you so much for coming on, man. We really appreciate it. Keep up the great work.
Thanks, man. Cheers.
Enjoy the treat. Tom Halaska from Wellbeing Brewing just joined us. Did he deliver as you figured he would, Matt?
Always.
He did.
Always. Tom always delivers, for sure.
Yeah. High energy dude, which I appreciate, and you have to have whenever you're out trying to get people to buy into something new. So I definitely appreciate that very much. We're going to have the River Kittens on in a few minutes. I know we had the Till Vodka fresh cocktail earlier from our boy Pat. If you all are in the comments, let us know what you're thinking. We'll talk to a few of you here in a second. Matt Longaville from Barkeep. Sir, can you give us just a quick preview? We'll jump back into the comments and then we'll throw to the video. What do you got? Yeah,
we're going to make a bourbon cocktail today. That'll be perfect for sipping on your patio tonight, using some fresh blueberries, some honey, some iced tea. It's a nice, easy, approachable evening whiskey cocktail.
I like where this is headed. Matt McElrath, our producer, he's in charge of the comments, and he picks out the best ones from all the lovely people sharing this stream and commenting, letting us know how they're having a good time. Matt McElrath, what do we have?
Sam Lyons would like to clarify that mustache has been in his family since the 70s?
Yeah, that's what I was alluding to, and that's why he brought an heirloom onto the show, and he released a product. What a guy. That's amazing. I'm thinking I need to clean mine up. The first week I had more of a stash. Are you guys cool if I trim it up a little bit, just go more stash?
I need you to leave it for another, I don't know, let's say 3 weeks and really let the mustache go and get yourself a full Tom Selleck going. That's what we need. That's what
Okay.
we definitely need from you, Chris.
I can make that happen. Maybe we'll have mustache-themed cocktails one day.
Ooh, I like this.
Let's throw to Matt Longerville's cocktail. Let's see what he's got.
Hey everyone, hope you're having a good Thursday. We're gonna make a blueberry bourbon sweet tea. We're gonna go ahead by starting and muddling about 6 blueberries. Put them in there, get them nice and mashed up. And then we're gonna do ½ ounce of lemon juice, ¾ ounce of honey syrup. Honey syrup is you just take equal parts sugar, take equal parts honey and water, and you stir it up and it reduces into syrup. And do 1½ ounces of the Barkeep 2019 Knob Creek Single Barrel. We do have our 2020 edition coming out here pretty soon. We're going to do a little fundraiser for our staff when the time is right. And then we'll take 3 ounces of black tea. Fill this up, a few ice cubes. And then we're going to shake this up for about 30 seconds. Dump everything into our glass. So while we shook, those blueberries got mashed up a little bit more, so that's a good thing. And then I'm going to garnish with 4 more blueberries on top just to make it look pretty. This is a perfect afternoon crusher out here on the patio on these 65-degree days, so hope you enjoy. Thanks.
Some of the drinks that you all have been putting together, I don't know if it's just the joy in the air that I have floating around, but man, killing it today, guys. Way to go.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Sweet of you.
fantastic. And you guys, when things do clear up, or if you're looking to get cocktails delivered, as Matt was talking about earlier, you can go to Barkeeps. What? No? We got anything? We doing anything? Oh, okay. Gotcha. It's a secret.
So secret now.
So secret. Drizzly delivers cocktails is what I was going to say.
No, keep your eyes out. Once, they say the next couple weeks is going to be the worst with the virus. And then once we feel comfortable, there's definitely some plans in place to do some cocktail delivery. And then we also have our new 2020 Knob Creek Single Barrel. That's in St. Louis, and we're going to develop a old-fashioned kit. And then all of the proceeds from that old-fashioned kit. So you'll get a bottle of the Knob Creek, and then all the other stuff you need to make your old fashions with at home. All the proceeds from that is going to go to our team.
That's
Pat
amazing.
included.
And
Yeah.
you can also get, you were talking about earlier, the Tower Grove market with the Bloody Mary mix and the Till vodka and all that good stuff. So a lot of cool things happening. And be sure to follow Barkeep on Facebook, Instagram. I'm always tagging them in all our stuff. So if you haven't seen it yet, open your eyes, people. That's what we have going on. We've had a wonderful crowd today. The comments are wild. Melina's down there interning. We've got music on the way. Tom was great from Wellbeing, having fun. I just again, I want to say thank you so much to everybody for tuning in. We do this each and every Thursday. And then also you can catch Matt and I today at 6 o'clock doing King of the Bootleggers trivia. And that'll be live on the George Remus Facebook page. Very excited to have our friend Molly Ambergy join us. And we're highlighting Cincinnati today. We're doing a really unique thing. We've got 4 bartenders from Cincinnati on that today. That's different cocktails, all kinds of highlights. So if you want to switch it up just a bit, play some trivia, you can win some prizes. And we also push a wonderful charity T-shirt on that show. And now that By Jack produces, support all bartenders with all the proceeds going to the United States Bar Guild. We've got a musical guest. You guys seen the River Kittens live before?
Yes.
Good
Many
answer.
times.
It was going to get real weird if you were like, who are they? What's a kitten? Joining us live from what I'm assuming is their South City living room, the River Kittens. We are live on Virtual Happy Hour. Hello!
Yes.
We're
Hey.
live.
Hi. Can you hear us?
Hey, you cool kittens. How are you?
Good. How are you? Cool cats and kittens.
Has Tiger King gotten old yet? And who will be the first one to shout it out at your first live show post-quarantine?
Oh. She watched the whole thing. Did you watch the whole thing? Twice.
No!
Jesus.
I had to get the details that I missed the first time.
I couldn't even.
Cheers to you both. Look at you coming prepared for Virtual Happy Hour.
Cheers. Oh, this is Virtual Happy Hour. I was told this is the Joe Rogan show.
That's how we got her over here.
That's how you
Chris,
got it.
I had to pull some strings to make it happen, you know?
I get it. Whenever you're the new hottest live stream band in St. Louis, that's a full schedule. I get it.
Yeah. In our dreams.
Shout out to Big Nate. Happy Passover. I can see he's making himself part of the show. Not surprised about that.
Yeah, we got Nate Gilbert in the house. He's also got a cocktail.
I'm happy to hear that. So, okay, so the two of you have been performing and you've been growing in St. Louis. It looks like you've been super busy despite the lack of live shows and obviously the ability to get out and about. How have the streaming shows treated you? I've seen you performing with all kinds of interesting people too. So brag on yourselves a little bit. Let's tell everybody for We Are Live, the Joe Rogan show, about how you've been spending your time. It looks like you haven't put down your instruments and you're just going super fast.
Honestly, I've played my instrument more in the past month than I have probably in the past 5 years, which is not to say that I didn't practice before, but when you're always going out and you have a gig every night, it's a little different. You don't have that time to just get together and learn something new or to even really interact with people as intimately as we do on the internet, which is kind of strange to say.
Yeah.
But I feel like we get to say hi to more people. Yeah, sorry.
No, that's perfectly fine. There's some volume coming out of something back there. So are you finding it easier to knock out more shows, that you don't have to travel, that you're not loading in, loading out everywhere? Is that what's happening?
Oh my gosh. Yes. Loading in. We've got it down to it's like muscle memory at this point. But loading in, setting up, and then having to adjust your sound to whatever room you're in. Out of here. It's not a thing anymore.
No one's yelling at us. No one's catcalling. That's a silver lining there.
Yeah, or interrupting our stuff, requesting,
No one's standing at the front of the stage while you're playing and, asking you questions as you're playing a song. That's cool.
That's got to be the best. I'm trying to figure out, too, is there a situation where we can kind of flip catcalling into a positive for you two? Like your fans catcall, like they're just polite and they cheer you on. Like can we take that phrase away from bad people?
Yeah, like make it a River Kittens thing, a cat call.
Yeah.
This is a cat call right now.
We're on a cat call.
Yeah.
There we go.
This is the content we've all been craving for sure.
Meow.
What are you kittens drinking?
It's not quite as fancy as what everyone else has been making.
Mikas, Makas, cranberry vodkas.
Cranberry vodkas. I actually had a good friend that works at a South City bar do a liquor order yesterday.
Can we say it?
Yeah, absolutely.
James McDonald at Livery.
Yeah, the livery company. He's been helping us out with deliveries and pickups. So I picked up a few liters of this cranberry vodka today.
I think that's
there. It is. So that should be enough for tonight, Chris.
I think so, and I'm excited to see you all play. Whenever things do kind of, I guess, get back to who knows what's going to happen. Favorite venues to play in St. Louis, and I don't know, most surprising venue you've played outside of St. Louis?
Oh, we have some funny ones that we've played.
I like hearing
Like-
about these. Spare no
surprising.
story.
Yeah, surprising isn't. We do have like a list of the weirdest places we've played. Like
The gym.
the CrossFit gym. We played at a CrossFit gym.
That's cool.
Somewhere in Illinois.
It was like a bluegrass festival inside of a CrossFit gym in like O'Fallon, Illinois, or somewhere. Where
Did they
what
make
else
you do
was-
burpees?
No, God, no. I remember being mad there though because I broke like several strings in one show. And a sweat.
You didn't stretch properly.
I didn't stretch
She
properly.
didn't stretch
Yeah.
before.
I was going to
played.
ask, were you using the strings as like tension bands? Like, were you saying, like, look, guys, I can do that too?
Yeah, I was using that. Yeah.
That's certainly something.
What else is a weird one? We had a few.
I'll think of favorite. You think of weird.
Well, I mean, our favorites, obviously, like
Venice Cafe.
Venice for sure. Off Broadway is always fun.
Love Off Broadway.
Joe's Cafe is great.
No, those are great answers. You don't have to keep stretching. You guys play all the time.
Yeah, we play a lot of places. Obviously, we love playing like small bars too, like the Crow's Nest. Shout out.
Yeah.
Crow's Nest.
It was pretty weird.
I'm thinking that whenever this all kind of opens back up, there's just going to be a rush. I feel like maybe bands like yourself are going to be playing 5 or 6 nights a week once it kind of really kicks back into gear.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope the venues can handle it. I hope they're open and running and everyone's getting paid and they're able to come back strong too.
Yeah. How can people support you now? Like, I know you've got some merch. I know you've been taking, I don't know if it's PayPal or what, but if people are wanting to tune in, go to the Facebook page, River Kittens, very easy to find. When people are able to support you for your online shows, where do they go?
We have it's like an all-inclusive website called givebutter.com that you can do, like if you have Venmo, if you have PayPal, it's universal. You can donate on that link that we provide when we go live. And we do provide it every time in the message.
Which we're doing tonight.
Which we are going live tonight
What time?
at 9 p.m. Central with our friend Jacob Baxter on guitar.
Oh, exciting.
He has been farming in northern Illinois for the past 3 weeks on the combine. So he's going to be excited to, I think, see concrete. And
Red bricks.
Yeah. And also, we do have merch at buyjack.com.
Super cute.
Super cute.
Big thanks to Buyjack and John Beebe and Josh Eaker and all of them for getting that together for us. And we do have a new record coming out soon, which we are going to play a few songs from that.
Well, let's hear it.
One song.
Yeah.
From that.
Maybe
One song from that.
We're going to
if
do a
you-
drinking song too.
Let's hear them. Yeah. What do you want to start off with? I'd love to hear a song.
You want to do the drinking song first?
Sure. We'll do our happy hour drinking song first.
Virtual Happy Hour has its own song now.
Yeah, we're going to move these chairs out of the way.
Let's see. Again, you guys can support River Kittens. They've got merch available at Buy Jack. You can go to their live stream pages. There's donations available. And I wanted to remind everybody again, 6 o'clock, George Remus Facebook page. We're going to be doing our King of the Bootleggers trivia. Our friend Molly Ambergy and 4 different bartenders from Cincinnati are going to be featured. It's really a good time, and we do give away some prizes during that. So tune in to the George Remus Facebook page whenever it's time for that. We're going to get the River Kittens queued up. Matt McElrath, do we have any comments we need to get to? It seems busy in those comments.
Let's see. Renee Sackett earlier said, we were introduced to well-being at STLFC Soccer Luligan Tailgating, and they're missing their soccer friends and tailgating with well-being.
Oh, man. Yeah, tailgating. That went away quick.
Got one that says, Callie here, love well-being out here.
Very cool.
And let's see. George Remus FB page for trivia later. Oh, that was you.
Yeah.
I thought
then-
somebody was excited about it.
Our guy Ron is encouraging people to buy the River Kittens merch. He also gave a shout out to Cafe Piazza, which has their takeout available as well. So lots of support going around here in St. Louis, and hope everybody's ready for some River Kittens. They have been absolutely crushing these live streams, so I'm excited they're jumping on ours. Ladies, are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As we'll ever be.
Here are the River Kittens.
This is we should say this is a Merle Haggard and George Jones tune here.
Cheers to you. Virtual happy hour anthem. That's a heck of one. You know, I wore this shirt. It's got guitars on it today, just for you two. So
that's for us?
Yeah, absolutely.
You're weeks so ago. Tiny.
2 weeks ago, it was a microphone.
What kind of guitar is that, bro?
67.
He's a gearhead. Big gearhead.
Big, huge gearhead.
Big gearhead. Mid-song, are you having people ask about your gear? On stage?
Yeah, we love that. But
yeah, it's so fun.
I'm like, oh, yeah? You want to know? Okay.
So you play
I
along.
hate it. I absolutely hate it.
Before you start the next song, how did you two meet?
She was my bartender at the Crow's Nest.
Yep, I was working brunch one day at the Crow's Nest, which is a hellscape unlike any other. And I was out on the back patio. I had already gotten off work. It was probably like 4 p.m. And Allie and Marty show up, the original 2 River Kittens. And I was outside smoking a cigarette, drinking, playing Bob Dylan. And they were like, will you be in our band? And I was like, fuck yeah.
Our mouths.
And I actually shut up.
It's true. And we wrote you a little song
to try
to get you to join our band. It's like, Maddie, I like your pink ass hair.
Because I had pink hair at the time.
That's such a great story. and I think it's appropriate for the type of music you play and the vibe you're putting out. So I'm interested in that for sure. So we'll have to learn more about more River Kittens history as time goes on. Next song.
So
is
much.
this
It
off
goes
the
on and on.
new album?
Yes, this one's gonna be from our new album, Cool 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 Tight Tight Tight, which will be called Cool 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 Tight Tight Tight. That is the first time we've told anyone that.
Wow, breaking news all around on We Are Live today in the virtual happy hour. Our
Since
guys,
you wore that shirt for us, we better give you some real big news.
that's a fair trade-off. Our guys from Barkeeper hanging out. We've got
an album.
that was part of the deal. So let's hear the new song. It's coming up on the new album again. Take it away, River Kittens.
Cool. This one's called Hate to Break It.
Won't you come and play? Supper's at 8. We can play all night long till your fingers ache. Gotta send me the RSVP and wear your suit and tie, 'cause it's kinda fancy. You're asking too much of me. Why can't you just let it be? Every time I turn around, you need another favor. My answer should be no. Why can't you just let it go? Honey, I hate to break it to ya, but you got to go. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Come to bed. Wanna kiss your forehead. We can roll around all afternoon till the sky turns red. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna be late. Could you pick up some weed? 'Cause I forgot to yesterday. You're asking too much of me. Why can't you just let it be? Every time I turn around, you need another favor. My answer should be no. Why can't you just let it go? Honey, I hate to break it to ya. I don't love you no more. Honey, I hate. Honey, I hate. Honey, I hate to break it to ya, but you got to go. Honey, I hate. Honey, I hate. Honey, I hate to break it to ya. I don't love you no more. Oh, honey, I hate it. Honey, I hate it. Honey, I hate it. Hate that you need another favor. Oh, honey, I hate it. Honey, I hate it. Honey, I hate it.
but you got to go. Now, honey, I hate to break it to you. I don't love you no more.
River Kittens delivering. Wonderful job. Thank you so much for coming to Virtual Happy Hour.
Thanks for having us, guys.
Ladies, I put the Facebook page in the comments. What time, real quick, again on the stream tonight?
9 p.m. Central.
9 p.m. River Kittens Facebook page. Thank you for coming on the Joe Rogan Experience. We appreciate it.
Thanks so
for
much,
having us,
Chris.
Joe.
See you soon.
Big kiss. Thanks, River Kittens. We'll go back to our buddies at Barkeep. What'd you think of the performance? Give it up for the River Kittens, guys. Let's get some in-home claps.
That new jam was so good.
Right? I felt like I was like, you know what? I don't deserve you. You should be leaving me. Like, that's how it made me feel. So that's how you know they've got some real soul. Real quick before we get out of here, shout out to Till Vodka for the first cocktail. We had who was the second cocktail, Matt?
Knob Creek.
Knob Creek. We had that today. We had Wellbeing Brewing sandwiched in there. Wonderful time. Anything we need to know before we jump over to the George Remus Facebook page at 6 o'clock and do some trivia?
I don't think so. Great show today.
Fantastic show. That was so much fun. And we do this every week, 4 o'clock. Please join us again. You all are fantastic. Tell your friends about it. We're going to keep this going. We got a lot of cool things happening. Love working with Barkeep, and Pat and Matt have been crushing it. So thank you to everybody. Thanks to Tom, the River Kittens, and everybody involved today. Shout out to Matt, our producer, too. Again, 6 o'clock, George Remus Facebook page. Let's keep this party going with some King of the Bootleggers trivia. Matt, Pat, thank you guys. We'll see you next week for Virtual Happy Hour.
For sure,
Thank you, everybody.